Let's rank the top 20 centers in the NHL. Starting off at number 20, we have Sebastian Aho. If he wasn't playing for Carolina, he would have 100 points literally every season. But unfortunately, that team suppresses offense. We see it with Jarvis, we see it with Svechnikov, and hell, even Jacob Slavin. However, they just won the cup, so who am I to judge, you know? So for now, Aho's at 20. He could move up. 21. No, we're going up. Number 19, Tage Thompson. 40 and 40 guy, very flashy, very big. Could there be more to his game? I think so. I liked when he played on the penalty kill. It's unfortunate he doesn't do that anymore. I would like to see him back on the PK. Um, and I would like to see him put up more goals because with his toe drag release, he could score a lot more. I'd like to see him 50 hit 50 goals. Number 18, Sam Reinhart. I'm not really sure why he's listed as a center on NHL.com, but it is what it is. Very good defensively and very good offensively, although I don't think he's a 57 goal scorer every year. He should give you around 45 goals, 40 assists with very good defense, which is why I have him ahead of Tage Thompson, who doesn't play on the PK, like I said. Number 17, you might be pissed about this, but I have Martin Mcjesus. He just had 100 points for the first time in his career. He scored 38 goals, but he played with Nathan McKinnon. Prior to that season, he didn't do much. Yes, he did have 84 points on the back of a crazy month of October and November in 2024, was it? But other than skating fast, I don't really see what Natchez brings. Like, he's a good top six player, but is he elite? I have my doubts about that. Number 16, Connor Bedard. Even though he puts up less points than Natchez, and he's more injury prone, Connor Bedard has to carry his team. He plays on Chicago, the worst team in the league for the past like 5 years, and he put up over a point a game. His shot is crazy. If he gets a healthy season, he's 100 points guaranteed, and he doesn't play with Nathan McKinnon. Now that's a big if because in the summer he got injured and he had to have surgery, so he's gonna miss the start of the season. I think he's out until what, November, December, so maybe not 100 points this coming year, but he has crazy potential. And I don't know, like now he's gonna get to play with Patrick Kane and what's his face, Bowen Byram. They could have resurgence years because of him. Number 15, Jack Hughes. If it wasn't for his injuries, he'd easily be top 10. Unfortunately, he's had three straight seasons of 62, 62, and 61 games. He's never hit 100 points, even though he has all the talent to do it. He scored over 40 goals once. You see it in his play. Like, you see the dominance. It's just the injuries and maybe a little bit of consistency that's missing. But on the high end, Jack Hughes is better than everybody I named so far. We saw it in the Olympics. He performed when it mattered most. He scored the golden goal. I'm rooting for Jack Hughes. I hope he gets to play a healthy season because when he does, he could be a perennial 100 point scorer. Number 14, Wyatt Johnston. He just had an amazing year. 45 goals, including 27 on the power play and over 20% shooting percentage. He played a little bit less on the PK than he did the prior two seasons, But bro, this guy has never missed a game in his career. The best ability. Let me try that again. The best ability is availability, which Wyatt Johnston gives you every night. And now he brings the offense, and he's very good defensively. Although he was a minus player, I believe, this season, I think this guy has very, very good potential. He could end up being a top five player in the league, not just centers, player, top five. He has that potential. Now, can he replicate the season he just had goal scoring wise? I doubt it, but he looks to be the Joe Pavelski's student, right? He's a mini Joe Pavelski, and Joe Pavelski consistently shot over 20%, so maybe Johnston can do it too. Moving on to number 13, Braden Point. I know he just had a horrendous injury riddled season, and he was very bad in the playoffs, but let's not forget this guy put up three straight 40 goal seasons, including a 51 goal season. And he had 95, 90, and I think it was 82 points. Over a point a game, basically. Very fast, clutch playoff performer, other than this season. Because may I remind you, in 2020, he had 32 points in the playoffs. So just because of one bad season, Braden Point doesn't deserve to all the disrespect he's getting because I think he's an absolute superstar. Even I think I ranked him lower than I wanted to because I wanted to put him in the top 10. But because of his down year, I had to put him here. Now, if he bounces back and has another 40 goal season and over a point a game, he's right back in the top 10 next year. Number 12, Mark Scheifele. Now there's a guy I really don't like. I didn't even want to put him in the top 20, but let's be real, he just had 100 points for the first time in his career, back to back over 35 goals, I think. He didn't make the Olympics, which is unfair to him, I guess, but his skating is not very good. He's not he doesn't play on the PK. He puts up points, sure. His shot's pretty good, but I feel like you don't really notice Mark Scheifele on the ice, even though his playoff performances have been good. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Scheifele fan. Number 11, Tim Stutzle. Now, that guy is only ascending. He's never gotten back to the 90-point season he had. I think it was his second or third season in the NHL, and the 39 goals he had. But listen, this year he's gonna have to start carrying because Brady Kachuk's not there anymore. Um, he's starting to play a lot on the penalty kill, but I like what I saw this season. He started scoring more, shooting more, driving the play a little more. Now he's gonna have to score all the goals, so we'll see if he can do that. But Tim Stutzle is very young. He's got a lot of potential, and I see him improving year to year. So I like him. Number 10. Now I don't know why this guy is at center either, but at least he kind of takes some face-offs from time to time, and he plays a little bit of center with Tampa. Um, Jake Gensel, I have to put him ahead of all those guys because his defensive game has just gotten so good. He's like Tampa's second best penalty killer behind Hagel, maybe. No, Sorelli's better too, but one of the top penalty killers on his own team. Um, and his offense is still elite, right? He just gave you what was it, 38 goals or and the year before that 41. He's over a point a game with very good defense. He's super healthy. He's very good in the playoffs. I mean, he I had a hard time putting him at number 10 because I wanted to put a certain guy ahead of him who I kept ahead of him. But yeah, I think Gensel, you could argue like for maybe number 7 even. He's that good. Number 9. There's a guy I didn't want to put. I did not want to put Jay Gensel ahead of Sidney Crosby because that's weird to me, especially considering Gensel a center. But listen, Crosby, he's been doing it for so long. He just got back in the playoffs. Sure, he was pretty injured this season, but before that, he's still a 90-point pace, right? At like 30 years old, 38 years old, sorry. Um his career just speaks for itself. He's Captain Canada. He got injured at the Olympics. You saw how much they missed him. I mean, do I really need to explain why Sidney Crosby's in the top 10? I think most of you guys would have him even higher and are probably mad I have him at number 9, but it is what it is. Number 8, Nick Suzuki, the reigning Selke Trophy winner. Another guy who plays all 82 games every single season. He's never missed a game in his career. He also made the Olympics, in which he was pretty good. He's just had his first 100-point season. Uh, Less than 30 goals, though, but he's a playmaker or a two-way forward, so you kind of expect that. But uh, Nick Suzuki is not the flashiest player. He's not going to wow you with his speed, but he is very, very smart. So for his consistency across every area in the game, because even his shot is good, everything in his game is good about him. I have to put him at number 8. Unfortunately, ahead of Sidney Crosby, but that's just because he's younger and he just hit 100 points, so I can't disrespect him that much. Number 7, Jack Eichel. I don't know what to say about him. He's transformed his game to a very good defensive center. He still puts up the points. Maybe less of a goal scorer than he was before. He's very skilled though. His stride is very weird. But he's a fast skater. He's intense. He's a very good playoff performer. The only bad thing I can say about him is his injury history. He tends to miss 10 to 15 games every season, although his past 2 seasons were pretty healthy. Jack Eichel has become one of the best two-way centers in the league. For now, I have him ahead of Nick Suzuki, even though he had less points. His playoff resume is what puts him ahead of Suzuki, but we'll see what happens. Number 6, Austin Matthews. Unlike most people, I still have That's not how you spell Austin. Holy moly! All right, shout out to me. I can't. I don't know how you spell Austin Matthews. Anyway, I still have him ahead of Jack Eichel because when healthy, Matthews is the best goal scorer in the league. There's no debate about that. He had 69 goals, bro. What do you want me to say? Now, if Toronto wants to hire defensive coaches who are gonna put him in defensive situations, and use him as if he was Patrice Bergeron, how is he supposed to put up numbers? Also, he's struggled with injuries the past the past 2 seasons. Maybe that's because you play him in defensive situations in which he shouldn't be. I mean, Matthews is capable defensively, but I would rather see him excel on offense and be healthy than give you mediocre offense and be capable on defense, you know? To me, Austin Matthews is still the same Austin Matthews as 2 years ago when he had 69 goals. He's just deployed differently, which causes him to get injured. Why can't we go back to how it was before when he had success? I don't understand what Toronto's doing, but to me, Matthews has potential to be like a top 3, top 4 center in the league. But the way it is right now, he's only going to go down. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. Number 5, Alexander Barkov. He even though he missed the entire season, and he does struggle with injuries every season, Barkov's over a point a game, and he's the best defensive forward in the league every year, every single year, with great face-off percentages. He always leads the league in steals or takeaways, rather. Now we'll see how he bounces back from his injury. He's getting older, even though not that old. He's about to turn 30 or 30 years old, whatever it is. But I think his game should age very well because he doesn't rely on his speed too much. He uses his body to protect the puck, his positioning, and it's his hockey IQ that makes him as good as he is. Um, Realistically, I didn't want to put him ahead of Matthews, but I Matthews hasn't been up to par, so I have to put Barkov at 5. Yeah, that's it. Barkov, the best defensive center in the league. Number 4, Leon Draisaitl. He's better than Barkov because he puts up 100 points every season. One playoff year, he had 2 points a game. In 16 games, he put up 32 points. Perennial 50 goal scorer. Even though he plays with Connor McDavid and blah, 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 blah. Leon Draisaitl is that guy. Number 3, Macklin Celebrini. Now, that might be high. I acknowledge that. But holy moly, what I just witnessed from Macklin Celebrini, carrying the goddamn Sharks, almost made the playoffs. 115 points in his second season in the NHL. My brother, how he played it at the Olympics, he looks like the second coming of Sidney Crosby. He's that good. By next season, he might be number 2. He is so goated. Now, let's hope the Sharks sign him long term, lock him up 8 years to whatever AAV he wants, because he is the entire team. Uh, they need to surround him with talent, which they've been doing with Will Smith and now Ivar Stenberg. I'm expecting big things this season. The only concern is health, so let's hope he gets to be healthy. Number 2, Nathan McKinnon. I'm not the biggest Nathan McKinnon fan. I think he chucks everything at the net and hopes it goes in. But he puts up the points. I can't argue with that. He had 140 points. I think it was last season or the year before that. He puts up over 100 points every season. He just won the Rocket, even though he got it off some empty netters at the end of the year. He missed a wide open net at the Olympics. He got swept in the Western Conference final, but I can't argue with the talent this guy has. He is so fast. He moves like a horse. Uh, he's got a very good shot. He's very skilled. He does it all on the ice. And even recently, he's been getting healthy, which was my problem with him earlier in his career. So to me, he's cemented himself as the second best center in the league. I don't think it's particularly close with number 1, but McKinnon has had a Hall of Fame career. Might might as well be the greatest Avalanche player of all time. And yeah, he's goated. What can I say? Number 1, everybody expects it, yet he's still there. Connor McDavid with another Art Ross this season. He lost in the first round to the Anaheim Ducks, unfortunately for him. But I still think he's super dominant. Whenever he wants to score a goal or get a point, he does it. He goes uh, 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 end to end, dekes everybody on the ice, even his own teammates, and scores whatever between the legs, spinorama, backhand, top shelf, top corner, top cheese, highlight reel goal. Like when you look at the top 100 goals from a season, from an NHL season, like 25 of them are Connor McDavid. He doesn't know how to score a regular goal, bro. Every goal has to be a highlight reel. Tage Thompson is kind of similar in that way, but McDavid, I don't know what to say about Connor McDavid. Like he could give you 150 points every season. Now, we'll see what happens this year with Mike Babcock as his coach, but honestly, I think they're going to do better. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it, but I think Edmonton's going to be a better team. Um, and I don't know. Like McDavid could legit hit 2,000 points in his career. And yeah, he should have probably won the Hart Trophy this season also. But yeah, he should be an Art Ross and a Hart Trophy favorite every single season. What can I say? Connor Mcjesus. As far as honorable mentions go, I have to mention a few guys because there's a lot of good centers in the NHL. Starting off with Leo Carlson, the $18 million man. Does he deserve 18 M's? No. Is he absolutely an up and coming superstar? Yes. He looks a lot to me. His game reminds me a lot of maybe a mix of Kopitar and Malkin. I love Carlson. He just needs to be healthy, score a little more. But honestly, this guy will put up multiple 100-point seasons. Next is Mika Zibanejad. He had a down year. Was it uh, 2 years ago? I think it was. But he's been really consistent for his entire time in New York. Around a point a game player with elite defense. His hockey IQ is very good. I love that guy. He's very good. Uh, yeah, don't know what to say. Elite top line center. Another honorable mention is Rope Hintz. If it wasn't for injuries, he would be in the top 20. But unfortunately, he can't stay healthy. Realistically, he should be a point a game player, which he is almost never. I think he was a point a game once in his career. Uh, but he has all the talent. He's got crazy speed. He's got crazy speed. Now, he kind of lost his top line center spot to Wyatt Johnston, but he also was injured this season. So we'll see what happens next season. He can always play on the wing. Um, but yeah, Rope Hintz is very good. I hope he gets to be healthy one day. Next is Robert Thomas. Uh, you could argue he deserves to be in the top 20. I think he's the closest of all four guys on the screen right now. Um, he's always over a point a game. Might be the best passer in the league, honestly. Very good passer. Very good defensively. Good at faceoffs. He tends to get injured, but who doesn't? Um, uh, there were a lot of trade rumors around him this last season. We'll see if they continue. If St. Louis isn't uh, close to the playoffs, but I like Thomas. I think he's a very good first line center. After that, we have Matthew Barzal. Now, we'll see if Peter DeBoer can unlock his potential, but because what we saw in his rookie season was 85 points. So, was the offense suppressed in New York? I think so, because they only played defense, uh, kind of like Jim Hiller and defensive-minded coaches Craig, what's his name, Craig Berube, like these kinds of coaches. So now with an offensive minded coach, maybe he puts up more points. We'll see. I'm expecting big things from the young guys on the Islanders. I don't know if they're going to crack the lineup. Uh, I'm talking about Victor Eklund, Cole Iserman. Cal Ritchie's going to be in the lineup, but he's a center, so I don't know if he plays with Barzal or not. But honestly, Barzal now has no more excuses but to put up over point a game seasons because he's so fast and skilled. He has all the talent to do it. He just needs to stay healthy, and I wish him all the best. Next, I'm going to talk about Dylan Larkin. Hey, Dylan Larkin, is he a first line center? Maybe. He put up like over 30 goals for 4 or 5 straight seasons. He's very good defensively. He's very fast. He played in the playoffs only once. He asked for a trade, blah blah blah. But as a player, my only problem with him is are his injuries, and he's not really a point a game player, but he compensates that with his very good defense. So I'm not sure he's a top line center though. On our Stanley Cup winning team, I'd see him as a second line center. Maybe if he goes to Minnesota, he can be the first line center with Kaprizov and maybe Boldy on the other wing. But to me, Larkin is slightly overrated. And I can say the same thing about Nico Hischier because they're very similar players. Only that Larkin's a better goal scorer than Hischier. Both have their injury struggles. Both are good defensively. Both are captains of their teams. Both are good at face-offs. Like they're very, very similar players. I'm not sure they're first line setters, so that's it. And finally, I have to mention Logan Cooley because I think this guy has amazing potential. I'm expecting big things from him this season with Clayton Keller and Dylan Gunther and Mikhail Sergachev. I would not be surprised if he hit a point a game with over 30 goals for the first time in his career. He only needs to be healthy, right? Which he has struggled a little bit with, especially this past season. But Cooley has all the tools. I don't believe he signed a long term contract yet. I might be wrong on that, but if not, they need to lock him up as soon as possible because that's the first line center, and Nick Schmaltz should be the second line center. But for now, it's the other way around. But we'll see what happens. As I always say, I also wanted to mention, like, I like young players. I wanted to mention Adam Fantilli and such, but I kept it here. Logan Cooley. That's it. Anyway, that wraps up that wraps up. I cannot speak. That's the end of the list. Thank you for watching. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me why I'm wrong in the comments. Drop some emotes. What's up, chat? Tell me I'm wrong. Bye.